Welcome to What's Up Montevallo. I'm your host, Russell Alicea, and these are our guests for the evening.
I'm Michael. I'm a math and political science major.
I'm Aubrey, and I'm a family and consumer science major.
I'm Bronson. I'm an accounting major.
And I'm John, and I'm also an accounting major.
Awesome.
Thank you all for joining us. Tonight, our first topic is going to be the upcoming election. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, I feel like over the past few years, people have been choosing the lesser of two evils, and by doing that, they've driven politics in America into the ground such that someone like Donald Trump can take the lead and hold the lead in a national poll for the Republican Party. And I also believe that the Democrats have gone too far left for me, at least, and the Republicans are way too far right for me. So I couldn't in good conscience support anybody in this election, so I feel like I have to vote third party in this November.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything to add?
Reagan Bush, 84.
Okay. Well, it's good to see that you are an informed voter and that you're going to make a good decision on yourself this coming November. Recently, the Supreme Court dismissed the Sister Wives case, and I was wondering what are your thoughts on bigamy?
I mean, for me personally, each to his own. You know, I'm not one to disrespect someone else's beliefs, but also, me personally, I'm a very jealous person, and I don't think I would be able to share, even though I know that's not what it's about. That's just my own personal thoughts.
Okay, I can understand that.
I think that it's really good that the Supreme Court dismissed this case because ever since Reynolds versus U.S. happened in the 1800s, there's been a ban on polygamy in the United States, and that law was passed to specifically target Mormons and their practice. So the Supreme Court let their Christian values get in the way of them making a decision on whether or not the law is constitutional or not. I firmly believe that the law is unconstitutional, and if it was challenged in the Supreme Court today and the Supreme Court decided to take the case, there is absolutely no way that they could rule for the law because of cases in the past, like Loving versus Virginia, that overturned bans on interracial marriage, and Obergefell versus Hodges, I believe that's what it was, that made same-sex marriage legal in all 50 states. With those two cases as precedent, there's no way that the Supreme Court could uphold a ban on polygamy or bigamy at all.
Well, it's very understandable. And thank you guys for sharing. Let's bring it home a little bit. And the Greeks on our campus are very prominent. What do you guys think about them?
I'm an independent, so I'm not affiliated with any sorority, but I feel like the sororities and fraternities here do a very good job in helping out the community, and they do a great thing for Montevallo. You know, it brings people from everywhere into Montevallo, and I think they're doing a great thing.
Anyone else?
Go Greek.
I'm in Alpha Kappa Lambda, and I really enjoy it. I feel like we do a lot of good. Each fraternity and sorority on campus has a philanthropy event, and they have a charity that they give the money to. So while Greeks may get a bad name in the news and everything because they highlight the negative aspects of it, those cases are few and far between. But the hype from the story, it's a good news story, gets you a lot of viewers and up your ratings. So that's what the news runs. They don't run the stories where fraternities raise hundreds of thousands of dollars and give it to charity. And that's what I feel like the big part of being a Greek is giving back to the community.
Completely agree. Thank you all for sharing, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Man, it's really hot in here.
I think the air conditioner's broken.
Maybe you should call your landlord.
No, we'll call Super Fan Man. Did someone call Super Fan Man? I have the perfect thing to fight the heat. This Dave-O-Matic Super Fan. Does it oscillate? Of course.
Does it have 3 levels?
Yes.
Welcome back to What's Up Montevallo. I'm Russell Alicea, your host, and these are our guests. Coming back a little bit, since the 90s are making a comeback, what do you guys think your favorite thing that you're going to expect is going to be?
Oh, I'm very excited for all the different childhood shows coming out. I know Powerpuff Girls is now on, and growing up, I was Bubbles, obviously. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited about all the 90s snacks coming back. I mean, who doesn't love Surge, right?
I mean, I agree. I'm excited for the Rugrats to come back. Is anyone else?
I would just like for kids to get back into, going outside and having fun with each other and not just sitting inside and playing video games. Like, I remember when I was a kid, and as soon as we saw those street lights come on, you better be home in like 5 seconds because it's going to be dark.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the movies. I know that they're remaking some movies from the 90s and early 2000s. There's it looks like a really good remake of The Jungle Book. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. So I'm really excited to go see that. I'm hoping to have like some serious childhood flashbacks in the movie theater. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I think everything would be great to come back. So coming to this year, 2016 is going to be filled with some great movies that are coming out. I know personally I'm very excited for Suicide Squad. Does anyone else have any movies that may have come out or you're excited for in the future?
Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. A lot of hot girls. Yeah, think about it.
I really enjoyed the Deadpool movie. I thought it was really progressive for superhero movies in general. It's one of the few superhero movies that was R-rated, and I think it was very successful. It's been one of my favorite Marvel movies.
I'm excited for the Star Wars, all the new movies. I know in 2015, The Force Awakens was released, and growing up, I grew up Star Wars. And in December of this year, the Rogue One story of how they stole the Death Star plans is coming out. And I'm really, really excited to see it being revamped.
I'm just really excited, again, for the Jungle Book movie. And then Neighbors 2. Yeah, there's a lot of good movies coming out this year. Neighbors 2. Alright. Neighbors 2 looks like it's really funny. Neighbors 1 was just absolutely hilarious.
I mean, Zac Efron.
Well, yeah,
Franco.
from a girl's perspective, yeah.
Hey.
Zac Efron in the front yard grilling with no shirt on.
And I was completely okay with that. I mean...
Alright, so our final topic for the show, as the semester's coming to a close, I would like to know and talk about a little bit what your favorite memory from this semester has been. I know personally, being on Palmer staff, I've really enjoyed doing college night and just working with the community that way. So, what do you guys think?
Personally, I met some of my best friends this semester. I have a close-knit group of friends, and they have just been the best thing about this semester, and I'm really thankful that I got to meet them.
For me, at least this semester, I would say be going through Pledgeship with Alpha Kappa Lambda. I really met a lot of great people, and I've made a lot of really good friends.
Well, my favorite thing from this semester was being really involved with Goldside College Night. I was the technical director, so I spent a lot of late nights up in the College Night shop building set pieces. And while it did kind of suck at the time, looking back at it, it was some great nights. I met a lot of great people. Working with the cast, that was a lot of fun, even though they broke quite a few of the things that I built and got on my nerves a little bit. But what more can you expect out of a group of 15 plus people at 4 o'clock in the morning? So.
I think it's really for me the same thing, just getting to meet a lot of people. You get a lot of opportunities through Greek life or college night or just any type of organization on campus. You get to meet a lot of great people. You get to meet people you think you'd never meet in your entire life, and guess what? You're friends with them now. It's just a great experience all around, so I can't really pinpoint one event that's been significantly fond that I can remember, but just the whole experience in itself.
And I do have to add, I'm very proud of my purple side, PV, and so, we won, and I was really excited about that. I think I'm the only purple here, in fact, except the green, so PV to that.
Well, thank you all for sharing, and this is the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in to What's Up Montevallo, and we'll see you next time.